Drew McIntyre made it clear to everyone watching that he was one of those people with an axe to grind. I don't know, maybe it's jealousy that I could be gone for over a decade and still have fans talking about me while he was on top. But then at the 2024 Royal Rumble, Drew nearly took it all away when his Future Shock DDT tore my tricep. So instead of competing at WrestleMania, I had to sit and watch. But I still managed to get involved.
Punk just dropped McIntyre on the table!
And then again at Clash in the Castle.
Oh my God! The balls of CM Punk!
And again at Money in the Bank, ruining Drew's cash-in.
Punk with the title to the face of McIntyre!
Good times. But I was finally cleared to return to action shortly after, and now we could finally settle things in the ring. SummerSlam saw him victorious after some truly atrocious officiating from Seth Rollins, but I'd get my payback at Bash in Berlin when I beat him in a grueling strap match. That put the series at 1-1, with both of us looking to attack the other whenever possible. Now this chaos led to one feasible outcome. It was time for us to go to hell in a cell. Beating Drew at Hell in a Cell was brutal, exhausting, and probably took years off of my life. But getting my arm raised was all worth it. Let's go back to that night, Bad Blood 2024. Get Drew in the cell, and let's show him that you can say whatever you want to about me, but when you bring a man's dog into things, that's a line you do not cross.
Hate is a word we don't use a lot around WWE because there's a certain amount of respect between most competitors. But there is no other word I can use to describe what CM Punk and Drew McIntyre have for each other.
These two have vowed to destroy each other, to end each other's careers here at Hell in a Cell.
The final match in an epic trilogy. I don't know if either of them is going to be able to survive tonight.
Misses on the springboard. Oh!
This is not wholly unfamiliar territory, psychologically speaking, for CM Punk. If you look back to Punk's career, once upon a time, he admitted in order to destroy the monsters of the world, he himself must become a monster. He said Drew McIntyre has made him the man his worst critics say he is.
Punk has said this is not the man he wants to be, but Drew McIntyre has taken him to that place, and it's the devil Punk needs to tap into if he wants to walk out of the Hell in a Cell. Pulling out the sledgehammer. This match is taking a dark turn now.
Big time height on that kick. Bam! Did you hear the thud of that sledgehammer? Looking like John Henry swinging the hammer like that.
Oh!
No doubt about it. This is just adding extreme insult to injury. Come on, this has got way too far. Just stop this already. Early in this match, and these two have already unleashed some pretty heavy artillery on each other with no signs of relenting.
With the amount of absolutely visceral hate Punk and Drew have for each other, I think this match is going to need to be stopped before either of these men give up.
Can he put it away? Punk powers out, still going strong.
Still fighting the good fight here.
Oh, jarring back elbow.
Good reflexes from him there.
CM Punk looking to cinch in the Anaconda Vice. It looks like the Scottish Warrior has been...
And wait a second. Interesting turn of events here.
Now, he just released the hold, and I'm racking my brain wondering why. This crowd is learning, along with Drew McIntyre, that the inside of CM Punk's head is a scary, scary place. The way the cell tests your endurance, your resiliency is no joke. Ringing the arm, looking now for a top wrist block. Oof. But here comes the fire.
It all began last November with the return of CM Punk, and that ticked off a lot of superstars, including Drew McIntyre, who believed Punk wanted to kill this business, and CM Punk had no business being back in WWE. The company had buried for a decade. And that has driven us to tonight, in the final match in this trilogy between Punk and McIntyre. Oh! Boom! What an uppercut! And now he's back into the ring. Oh!
Mongolian chop.
Strong kick.
Goes for the suplex. Powered up high. Oh, but dropping behind and a chop block.
Kiss. Head on CM Punk. Somehow breaks the count immediately.
He didn't even let the ref start the count. Bam! Well-placed calf kick.
Just trying to pound their opponent into the ground even further.
McIntyre, a claymore.
That might, and Drew, this one's for the match. He's still in this fight.
There is that legendary fighting spirit of Punk on full display.
McIntyre won't lose focus, though. He's got to remain as sharp as he was a few moments ago.
Check out the power of McIntyre. Air raid crash.
Oh, my God.
Bam! Punk now calling for the end here. This could be it for Drew.
CM Punk looking to end things here. Go to sleep.
Drew is completely out of it.
Is it enough? Is this the end? A kick out? I don't believe it.
McIntyre's been taken to the deep waters, but he's proving to be someone nearly impossible to keep down.
CM Punk thought that was enough. We thought that was enough, but somehow it didn't earn the 3 count.
Punk and McIntyre might be setting a whole new standard of brutality in this business.
Fighting like there is no tomorrow because for one of these men, there might not be. Wobbling back up, totally checked out at the moment. Does McIntyre cap this off?
The cover! What? You've got to be kidding me.
How do you even do that? Kicking out at 1 after a move like that?
The Scottish Warrior thought he had his opponent's number there, but he was sorely mistaken.
We all knew this wasn't going to be a 5-star wrestling classic.
An incredible match. Can't call it a fight. This has been an out-and-out brawl.
Bam! Just beat down with that wrench. Oh, taking full advantage of the foreign object in play here. Back-to-back attacks.
Straining that trapezius muscle. Oh, nothing for the win!
And referee cuts off the count in 1.
His resiliency on another level. This match on another level. I am truly at a loss for words here.
Oh, strong impact. Uh-oh, Punk taking a look under the ring apron now.
Not the sledgehammer. He has to be stopped.
Bam, the sledgehammer connecting.
Down on the ground, getting pummeled by that hammer. Oh,
This is just turning into a savage display of violence.
holding nothing back, striking over and over again. There has to be permanent damage being done right now.
My goodness, the human skeleton shouldn't have to endure a smash like that. Boom!
This is beyond personal now. This is about putting the competition out of action.
Just wailing away with that weapon like there's no tomorrow. This is getting damn dangerous.
Letting out every ounce of frustration and rage and then some. Holding nothing back, striking over and over again. There has to be
Punk now locking in the Anaconda vice grip, and that is cinched in and wants to quit. Cannot tolerate anymore.
Here is your winner, CM Punk.
mess with a man's family. Not his wife, not even his dog.
Right now, Drew McIntyre only has himself to blame for this.
For as clear as Drew made it that he was not happy to have me back, it was nothing in comparison to the noise generated about me by the constant thorn in my side, Seth.
Enjoy the show.
Much like Drew, Rollins had a bit of a tantrum when I walked through that curtain at Survivor Series after nearly 10 years away from WWE. I knew we were on a collision course. After Hell in a Cell, I took a little time to heal. Once I felt good, a special request from Paul Heyman led me to joining the OG Bloodline at Survivor Series to help Roman Reigns in his quest to dismantle the new Bloodline. Once that was settled, I focused solely on Seth. We were set to battle at the first Raw of 2025, and after waiting a decade for this opportunity, I certainly wasn't gonna let anything go wrong. So let's go back to January 2025, the start of a new era, and beat Seth Rollins in front of the entire world.
A magical feeling in the air as Seth freaking Rollins faces off against a man who has become his arch nemesis, CM Punk. Two men are beloved by the WWE Universe for their incredible talent. And they're going shot for shot, blow for blow. And here we go. This will not be pretty. This will be a fight between two men who hate one another. Punk versus Rollins.
Clearly now being fueled by a righteous fury, and this bloodthirsty crowd is loving it. Just emptying everything they've got now. Boom! Boom! Oh, fist for fist, just rattling them off.
And just like that, the scales were imbalanced. Oh, what an axe handle.
If Seth freaking Rollins wants to finally earn a high-profile victory over CM Punk, he's going to have to do everything in his power to resist Punk's mind games.
Well, I agree with that sentiment, Wade, but come on. Let's not pretend that Punk's immune to the psychological attacks the Architect is capable of.
Indeed, guys, Rollins and Punk are two masters at getting under the skin of their opponents. The big question is, who can execute on their plans first? CM Punk has been very public about the many injuries that Rollins has suffered over the years. He'll no doubt be looking to target those areas tonight.
Rollins' neck, his lower back, that surgically repaired knee. Look, you can even see the brace. There's no doubt that Rollins is something of a moving target tonight, at least in Punk's eyes. But Rollins can target Punk too. Don't forget about that triceps injury from last year, because Rollins definitely has it.
Planted with a neck breaker.
You want to talk about dream matches? Even before the animosity started to boil between these two, CM Punk and Seth freaking Rollins represented the best of their respective eras.
These men had some interactions, even some battles during Punk's previous run in WWE, but back then, Seth Rollins was only starting to gain notoriety as a member of the Shield.
Consider this, guys. When Punk left WWE, Seth Rollins had yet to capture a singles championship on the main roster. Now he's a Grand Slam champion in WWE, a four-time WWE champion, a Royal Rumble winner, and a Money in the Bank winner who cashed in the briefcase in the main event of WrestleMania.
Wow. When you lay out Seth's resume like that, he might have an even more decorated career than the man who calls himself the best in the world.
Attacking the core, making it harder to breathe. And Seth has to love this. Has to love seeing the pain starting to set in on the face of CM Punk.
Ooh!
Head on CM Punk. And the ref can't even start the count.
You cannot be serious. How? How?
well. That was it, for all he knew, but it wasn't. Hammered down with a reverse DDT. Making way toward the top rope.
Wants to finish this. Airball.
Jumping, leaping attack. Oh, this could be it. He could win it all here. Kicking out before the count.
Kicking out now sends a very clear message. Gets the knees up. Incredible wherewithal. Oh, that's a chop you don't want to be on the receiving end of.
Up and connecting with the Falcon Arrow.
Oh, look at this. Measuring. He's about to unleash something big.
Unlucky situation for Rollins.
Oh, what a forceful clothesline.
Being stalked, being measured, and clueless to it all.
Opponent lifted up. Jaw. Meet knee. Go to sleep. That could end Rollins right now.
2 count. Oh my, that was close.
As long as his heart is still beating and there's still breath in his lungs, Seth Rollins will always keep fighting, even if it kills him.
And Punk might have just swung for the fences, but it wasn't good enough. Gentlemen, here's an astonishing fact. This is CM Punk's first match on Raw in almost 11 years.
The last time Punk competed on WWE's flagship show, it was a week before the 2014 Royal Rumble. And in a little more than 4 weeks, both men will take part in the 2025 Royal Rumble with the aim to earn a main event spot at WrestleMania 41.
I'd say either of these men has a good chance at claiming a main event spot at WrestleMania if they don't destroy each other first.
Corey, I don't have my notes handy. Who did Punk last face on Raw?
It says here he now works with office supplies.
Seth Rollins' chances are whittling down.
And CM Punk is keeping the pressure on, completely taking it to Rollins here.
No way! Suicide dive!
Like a heat-seeking missile, hit the target right on the mark.
Amazing action so far in the main event of an historic episode of Monday Night Raw. We've seen so many unforgettable moments tonight as the show makes its debut on the biggest streaming service in the world.
And I can think of no matchup more worthy of this show's main event than two generational talents in the form of CM Punk and Seth freaking Rollins.
Given the major stakes in this match and the high-profile nature of this event, I expect a lot of leeway from the official in this match. Nobody wants to see this one end in a count-out or disqualification.
What a clothesline! And CM Punk is in control.
Yeah, now Punk's got Rollins in as vulnerable position as we've ever seen him. Time to go for a ride. Bang! What a move! Punk famously said the night after he returned to WWE, quote, "I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to make money." He said he doesn't care what others think of him anymore, and he's proven it true thus far.
That may be true, Corey. A master on the microphone like Punk doesn't often let words of others get to him. But CM Punk hoists his opponent. Nails the GTS.
Now CM Punk needs to end this.
2. Punk wins. Punk beats Rollins.
Here is your winner, CM Punk.
What a fight, what a night, and what a win. CM Punk once again showing why he is indeed the best in the world.
This truly was a battle between two men at the absolute top of the mountain when it comes to professional wrestling. This really could have gone either way a number of times, but in the end, Punk had Rollins' number.
Yeah, but don't think this is over for Rollins. If anything, this result is only going to enrage him even more, set him off even more on his self-imposed crusade against CM Punk.
WrestleMania 41 was supposed to be the culmination of all those years of hard work. After all the ups and downs, all roads pointed to the one location I'd always dreamed of, the main event of WrestleMania. My victories over Drew and Seth had shown that I was still at the top of my game. After I eliminated both Roman and Rollins at the 2025 Royal Rumble, I soon found myself tossed over and thrown to the floor. And that allowed Rollins to release all his frustrations, taking Roman out with a stomp, attacking me, and punctuating the whole mess with another stomp on Roman. So when Heyman announced that the three of us would meet in the main event on the first night of WrestleMania 41, that's when I struck. I used my earned favor from Survivor Series to request Heyman be in my corner that night. This infuriated Roman Reigns, who would not listen to reason, insistent that Heyman had turned his back on his tribal chief. And in all the madness, Roman and I both lost sight. We never thought that night would end the way it did.
Oh, no!
Heyman betraying both of us.
Oh, my God! What the hell did we just witness?
I can't think of a better candidate for slingshot tech to address. It took my whole career to get to that main event. So let's go back to WrestleMania 41 and get me the win that I was well on my way to earning. Let's destroy the architect's plans. Let's show the Oracle that he doesn't see all. And let's force Roman Reigns to acknowledge us.
Each of these three men believe they are the only one who can walk out of here victorious. Roman Reigns to prove his dominance, Seth Rollins to prove his superiority, and CM Punk to prove he's still the best in the world.
Punk is claiming that for him this is just business. And taking Reigns and Rollins out at WrestleMania will get them out of his way so he can accomplish the things he returned to WWE to do, to win titles.
But Reigns and Rollins are not your average roadblocks. They're two of the biggest names in WWE for a reason. And they're not about to let CM Punk just have his way.
I'm sure a betting man would tell you the odds are against CM Punk here, against two younger competitors who have been on top in WWE for the past decade. However, that's when Punk does his best work, when he's backed into a corner on the biggest stage possible.
Yeah, in a bad situation, and the bright lights here at WrestleMania could just bring out the best in CM Punk. CM Punk, who burst out of the scene. CM Punk showed up at ECW, run by Paul Heyman, when he was only a teenager, wanting to break into the business. He would get to the WWE developmental territory and become Heyman's best friend.
Punk made being a Paul Heyman guy a cool thing to be. Everyone has profited from their association with the wise man.
And you could argue that the greatest benefactor was the 1,316-day reign of the tribal chief.
But look at everything Roman did for Paul Heyman and Paul Heyman's career. Riding the gravy train of Roman Reigns, and now to turn his back on him for tonight. What a shot, straight brutality coming right at you.
Roman taking on the offense, but I assure you, the big stage of a WrestleMania main event is not phasing him one bit.
It always bothers me to be around Heyman, always leeching off other...
CM Punk looking to end it, cinching in the Anaconda Vice submission.
He's in a bad position now.
Resisting as much as he can, but for how much longer?
He is looking, and he just decides to end the hold.
Wonder what he's thinking here.
Oh, he's about to leave his mark on the competition with that kendo stick.
Seth Rollins desperately needs to figure this out.
Rollins.
Seth turns that away.
Has to find a way out of this.
Oh, knee right through the stomach.
Ouch.
Reigns laying down the gauntlet for his opponent.
Long way down. And for Punk and Rollins, such a personal hatred between these two. Rollins has never forgotten the fact that Punk left the company. Badmouthed the company for many years while Rollins stayed here and played the soldier. And when Punk came back to all the fanfare, it pissed Rollins off. Seth has a lot of animosity to take out.
I actually spoke to Rollins earlier. He said the only time CM Punk has improved the culture in WWE is when he cleared off for 10 years. Seth just rubbing it in now.
CM Punk looking to turn out the lights. Boom! GTS.
Is it enough for Punk? Wait for the kendo stick, and the whites will quickly follow.
Battling out over here by our announce table.
I think that means it's time for us to step away from the announce table for safety's sake.
Double underhook, trying to muscle them over and
Into a backdrop. And remember, the reason that Rollins and Reigns are here, at least when they first arrived at the scene, was because of CM Punk. The Shield was built as a security force for CM Punk.
Come on, let's not make out like that is some accolade for CM Punk. They were brought in as security to protect CM Punk. CM Punk now powers up his opponent.
Punk never saw that coming. Finds the room to land a back elbow.
Ooh, using the sharp point of the elbow. Quick evasion from him there.
DDT! Rollins getting work done. So important to keep Seth from gaining any momentum.
Clothesline!
Just clubbing down. Time to back up as the announce desk gets cleared off.
And now he gets back into the ring. Ooh, oh my goodness. What a double-handed shot. Oh, what an axe handle. Oh, that was a stiff shot with that kendo stick.
A show of disrespect from Reigns.
So much disdain with each of these shots. Something about this is starting to feel way more personal.
Punk really looking to drop the hand.
Not sure what he's thinking. Letting go here. Uh-oh. Oh, God. Terrible landing on the outside.
Talk about a jumping nothing. A real miscalculation on their part.
He is looking to do some...
Rollins now, opponent defenseless.
Stop!
That has Roman counting the lights.
Punk with his eyes on Rollins, looking to end this thing.
And Punk now lifting his opponent up. And back, gonna sleep. Is it the finishing touch Punk needs?
There's two. Oh, and he just kicked out.
Seth freaking Rollins with a close freaking call. I don't know how he survived that.
Punk took his best shot, gave him everything he had, but just couldn't get the pin.
He's being prepped for something.
Well executed suplex. Managing to evade a precarious position there.
Things are heading ringside now.
Sliding back into the ring. Created separation.
Seth has got to dig deep now. Goes for the kick, but it is caught.
A dragon screw.
Boom. It feels safe to say we are watching one of the greatest matches we've seen in quite some time.
And the beautiful O'Connor roll for the victory. Think it's over.
Stopping the ref's count there.
Oh, we know what's coming here. Ladies and gentlemen, GTS connects. Will that sew this up for Punk?
Punk has beaten the odds. Has defeated both Reigns and Rollins.
Here is your winner, CM Punk.
A moment of pure vindication here for CM Punk.
This was a lifetime in the making, and it couldn't have been any harder earned. Punk had to get through Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins to finally taste a main event victory here at WrestleMania.
But now he's done it. The Second City Saint is victorious at the Showcase of the Immortals.
Now that's more like it. Standing triumphant at WrestleMania 41 thanks to you. Something I really like about this slingshot technology is I'm not restricted to only my matches. I have the power to jump into the boots of other superstars and change the course of their career too. And I can think of no better choice than the main event of 1997 Survivor Series. That's right, the infamous night that saw Bret Hart defend his championship against Shawn Michaels. They had so many epic battles, but after a particularly painful loss to Michaels at WrestleMania 12, Bret would take a sabbatical from WWE, eventually returning late in 1996. By the spring of 1997, things were much different than WWE. Bret and his family had reformed a bigger and better Hart Foundation, while Shawn and his friends created DX.
Are you ready?
The two groups despised each other, and after months of chaos, it all led to Survivor Series. And it was on that night that Shawn would steal the championship and send Bret Hart packing to WCW in an event known as the Montreal Screwjob. It's no secret that I'm a Bret Hart fan, and I consider him one of the greatest of all time. So let's hop into Bret's boots and take on Shawn Michaels in his prime, something I never got to do. The plan is simple. Avoid the sharpshooter, and we'll be okay. But if Shawn can apply the hold, we know exactly what is gonna happen. Slingshot Tech, take us to the 1997 Survivor Series in Montreal.
The following is scheduled.
The WWE Championship. There is so much electricity in the air here tonight in Montreal. This is always going to be a big match for both Shawn and Bret, but squaring off in Montreal only adds to the importance of tonight. This isn't just a huge match for both these men. This may be one of the biggest matches we've ever seen in WWE.
Yeah, the title almost feels secondary tonight, which is crazy to even say out loud. This feud has been boiling for years. It never seems like it will fully be settled. I know this is going to be one we'll talk about for years.
Measured elbow drop driven down. His Canadian bias crap on the top.
Elbow drop, good Lord. The champion taking the high-risk option to retain the title.
Hart has flight in mind.
Flying. Elbow connects. Consecutive high-risk maneuvers, and the pace of this match has certainly picked up.
Slowly rising, but he won't like what he's met with. Oh, drop kick connects with precision.
This has got to be demoralizing for Michaels.
Hitman proving it.
Uh-oh, what a cross body.
Unbelievable athleticism. Just going for it all and landing a direct hit.
Measured elbow drop driven down.
I can't think of two men who are more equally matched than Shawn and Bret. This has been an absolutely incredible year for both of them, possibly the pinnacle of both of their careers.
It'll be interesting to see what the deciding factor in this match is. Right now, you have to think this is all about surviving here at Survivor Series. Whip back into the ring. No telling what's underneath the ring tonight.
You know he's looking to dish out some serious pain with that kendo stick.
He connects with a counter.
And we all know how good these two men are in the ring. You can argue two of the best to ever do it. But tonight, I don't think either man cares about showing off technical skill. These two just want to fight.
When it's gotten to this level, when it has become so personal, there is nothing else to expect. All that is left is a down and dirty fight between two guys that hate each other's guts.
Hitman never saw that coming. Sudden cutoff from Bret.
Watch the quickness on this. Bang! Snap suplex. Measuring him now, lining it up. Double underhook applied.
Butterfly suplex. And Michaels, of course, has done nothing to endear himself to this Montreal crowd. In fact, Michaels and his D-Generation X posse have been nothing but juvenile to everyone they've encountered.
Well, delinquency is in the eye of the beholder, Michael Cole. You might not like that kids are getting detention mimicking DX, but you can't deny they've struck a nerve through every arena we visit.
Hart with a plan in mind.
Wow, what impact! The Hitman staying on the attack.
HBK is struggling to meet the excellence of execution. Just like that, Shawn evades. Ooh. And just like that, avoiding surefire disaster.
Every shot these two throw at each other tonight is being delivered.
The excellence of execution, looking to cinch it in. Can he turn his opponent over? Yes! Sharpshooter applied.
Submission locked in tight. He's got to find a way out of this.
I'm sure he's trying, but as you just said, Cole, that hold is...
He makes the choice to abandon the hold.
Brutal knee strike. Getting up on wobbly legs, but he'll soon be put back down.
Bret Hart. This is opponent up and
crashing down on his opponent's head.
Here we go for the championship. 3-0 title match continues.
Don't turn out the lights just yet.
Boom! Boom! And he evades sudden, swift, and brutal impact. Putting him in the corner for something here.
Caught that and reversed it. Nice takedown. Gonna step through into the vintage sharpshooter from Bret Hart. Sharpshooter. Submission hold locked in. Bret retains the title.
Here is your